Hello sir, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ankit Sharma and I am from collegejunior.com. Welcome to you on our interview series which is Thoughts on Education, where we conduct the interviews with dignitaries of various colleges like faculties, HODs, deans and directors. I would like to request you to give a brief introduction about yourself, then we will proceed the interview.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sharma. My name is Professor R.S. Desikan. I belong to the Faculty School of Business in the Pune University. I have about 30 years plus professional experience spanning academia, corporate world, and the government department. I hold a degree in engineering and a doctoral degree in management. Here, I work as a professor in the entrepreneurial sector area.
Thank you sir for the introduction. So shall we start the interview?
Yes, please.
Okay. So my first question is, you have had key positions at education institutes throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected with the education sector and how has your experience been so far with the institute?
See, education sector gives opportunity to do research, business consulting, and teaching in that order, which is more, interested in my kind of a profile and personal and professional interest. Because knowledge is not static; it keeps evolving. So the more you do research and then get into the practical world of things in consulting, and that's where you bring that knowledge back into the classroom by teaching. So education sector gives opportunity for all of these aspects.
Okay, thank you sir. So my next question is, being a faculty of Flame University, what are your roles and responsibilities towards the students?
See, my primary role, though it would be teaching, imparting knowledge, for me, it is to be their friend and mentor during their journey here of learning. So not only just I teach the academic knowledge, I'm also interested in talking to them and trying to develop their overall personality. And I should also say that we at Flame University, through our academic programs and the physical infrastructure, we foster an environment that are helpful to the students through roles of teachers like me.
Thank you sir. So my next question is, do you have any extracurricular activities or programs to enhance the skills of the students or expose them to the real world challenges?
It's a wonderful question, I would say, because I believe that academic institutions, universities of our reputed nature should not just focus on the curriculum only. We have taken extra care, and we could also say that we are the pioneers in introducing the idea of a liberal education before it becomes a starting point even in national education policies. So since the student's idea of what he or she would like to do keeps evolving and changing, we don't want to keep the education of a chosen path fixed. So that's how the liberal education gets into multiple avenues of learning and going. Other than that, our program, undergraduate program and postgraduate programs, have a lot of these innovative ideas of DIP, Discover India program, DAP, Development and Activities program, rural immersion programs, many of which are designed as a mandatory part of a curriculum to make the students go out of the classrooms, learn through a mentor's help, and then get the knowledge back into it. So that way, I think our extracurricular programs are very, very well known.
Thank you sir, thank you for such information. So my next question is, how does the curriculum of Flame University ensure that the students are being prepared for the future?
See, which is obvious, of course, to any of these, highly developed, highly evolved universities like Flame University, the curriculum can never be static. Just as I told you a while ago that knowledge can never be static, the student curriculum also could never be static. So we take extra care to keep revising it through very attractive pedagogical ways of imparting the right information and knowledge and wisdom that goes into it. Apart from that, we take the feedback of students who have passed out, our alumni, and our friend circle in the industry and the research. So we keep constantly change the curriculum to be up to date and what is expected of them both in the outside world and in the job market.
Thank you, sir. So my next question is, how do you try to bring in a practical approach towards subjects and make it industry oriented?
See, I talked about where some of these aspects of going outside the classroom as part of the curriculum itself. So we have a lot of these industry-based internships that are essential for you to go through this program. And we also have, as you know, particularly in these schools, in our school, it's well known and tested. Sorry. Yeah, this pedagogy of case-based, teaching is built into us. So the well-known cases of industry practicality, what is happening outside world, are always being taught inside the classrooms. And I can tell you, one of our courses, we even employ software simulation packages so that along the way the course is being taught, this package has a direct practical implication for the students to work on, both to learn and to get assessed and get the grades.
Thank you, sir. So my next question is, what are the interventions and approaches you bring and apart from curriculum to train or teach the students?
Our approach to teaching, as I told you, is both in the curriculum of evaluation and also, particularly me, I design assessment, the cases and discussions in the classroom such that there are no one real right answers. Because you see, we are not teaching science in the classrooms where 1 plus 1 can only be 2. But my way of teaching subjects in the classrooms and assessment models are such that the situation is so varied, you will have multiple views and multiple answers. So my drilling always looks for the solution-seeking aspects of the students, and that's my way of keeping them well-formed as well as better students passing out.
Thank you, sir. It is really nice to know about your leadership style and your teaching pattern. So my next question is, what would you like people to know about your institute they may not know?
See, I think Pine Flame is already well known for its type of education, the liberal way of imparting education. That is one which everybody knows. Other than that, we have, I want all of you to visit the campus. Its physical infrastructure is world class, and what I would call the intellectual infrastructure, faculty like us and our network of researchers across the world in other universities. So this physical and the intellectual infrastructure is what will make Flame very different from other normal universities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such insights. So my next question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and from Flame University specifically?
I think we are fortunate to be ahead of curve, so to say, in this challenge, as from the Flames viewpoint. Otherwise, the challenge in general is to keep pace of what is the expectation from outside world, because most of the job market, or even if you're an entrepreneur, for the target market of the customer market that you'll be looking into, the expectation of skills that are required outside to what is being taught inside the classroom, that gap, perceived or real, is a real challenge. But fortunately in Flame, we kind of work always ahead of this curve or this lacunae or expectation. And I can even tell you that we are even working towards offering a bachelor's degree in the design edge of education itself. Maybe, we are ahead of this. So that way, keeping track, keeping in pace with the curriculum development is the primary challenge. And also about the job market, again, the skills expectation and matching is one which we are constantly working on that. And as you might have seen in our portals, we also have a center for entrepreneurship and innovation. So we believe not only making our students job ready, but we want them to create jobs for others, to be employed there.
Thank you, sir. So, my next question is, and the last question, any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
I would say be positive about the opinion about yourself, because self-worth is very, very important. Having a good self-worth about yourself and about the world. So don't be swayed by all these social media negativity or what you see outside of you. The world is very positive if you know where to look for it. So be open and be positive about yourself and about the world, and always work with passion and hard work. Success is always yours. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. We believe this would definitely help to students for their career and to choose their dream college like Pune University. Thank you so much for your valuable thoughts on education and your time.